This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, Dave Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
I caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. Talking to his team, he wants his quarterback to come out slinging it early. He has been so good all season, but he has a chance to go over 3,000 yards today. And while stats don't usually determine the game plan, the coach said we want to rely on him. He's led us this far, and we want to make sure he gets those stats so he's in the conversation for some of the big awards when the season ends. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. I guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Back to throw, it's Burt. Out wide left, it's Johnson. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running inside, it's Davison. Here's a little room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
Trying to barge their way in. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the two-point conversion. Deep in the end zone, it's Bear. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Straight ahead, it's Henderson. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Go. Taylor wants to throw. Fires left. Right on the money. Turns it on down the left side. To the house. Touchdown Sooners.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
No chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Griffin. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Ducks will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looks it in. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take... It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Motion from the wideout. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Out wide right, it's Davison. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. At the end of that play, there is a Sooner who is slow to get up. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. To the air, it's Burt. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Hits inside. It's Griffin. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll ride him again. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And I like the bounce back for this offense. You go 3 and out, they don't get frustrated. They don't get down. Nice job going back to the drawing board, creating some good plays. Now here in a rhythm, moving the football.
The Ducks have this offense rolling. Fresh center downs going to the air. Left side, it's Johnson. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They'll try to add another to their lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's fair. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Taylor wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Second and long here. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. To throw, it's Burton. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Wide receiver comes in motion. Drops back on first down. Unloads it left. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And not surprised at all, man. You force the turnover, great field position, and you get aggressive. You try to throw the football on the first play. This is that little fringe area, man. That 30 to 50-yard line, you got a lot of space to still throw. You get your receiver.
Sends it downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was in that last one.
3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The run inside. It's Griffin. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
In the backfield, it's Davison. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding, covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
Looking to throw, it's Burt. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll go with a direct snap. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Sets his feet. It's Burton. Right side, it's Johnson. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
From the gun, it's Griffin. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a look at the stats and what has been a high-scoring early part of this game. Will the offenses continue to walk it up and down the field, or is there a defensive stop somewhere as we start the second quarter? So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Ducks send out the punt unit.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They closed the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. Snap on first down, wants to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Taylor wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Bear. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up, way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on third and long. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. The Sooners decide to punt it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Quick give. It's Davison. Oh, he's got some space. At the 20. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
Wants to throw one first. Touchdown, Ducks! Middle of the end zone, he's got it!
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
Looking to throw, it's Burt. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. From deep, it's Bear. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Fresh set of downs going up top. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete, and they fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground. Long way to go on second down. Here's a snap, ready to cut one loose. He wants to go deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. It's a seam wide open, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! His third touchdown of the game and 12th of the season.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down. They wanted to get the ball to the, and it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Back to throw, it's Burt. Out wide right, it's Johnson. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside, it's Griffin. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Second down, gonna throw it. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! He got it, beat down in bounds.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
On the return, it's Bear. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Fresh setter downs going to the air. He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback gets the first down. They corral him out of bounds, marking down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Taylor wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Perry. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Making the adjustment. Drops back on 1st down. Lucky to get it off.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistent.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Turns it upfield. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first. Makes a grab and room to run. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Sooners! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the 2nd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking for a man. It's Burt. Under pressure. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Now the toss. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the 1st half.
And he tacks on the extra point. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snaps it. They'll throw to start the drive. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Dropping back, it's Burt. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He'll take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. That'll bring him to within 4. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Utah taking on the Kansas State Wildcats. And it's the home squad in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Making the adjustment on the play. Taylor wants to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Second down to the air. Right side, it's Henderson. Left past midfield, finally stopped at the 42, and that's the kind of chunk play that gets drives going.
Guys, with that catch, he has now eclipsed the 200-yard receiving mark. He has been virtually uncoverable the entire game. No matter where they've lined him up, it doesn't matter who they've lined him up against, he has won time and time again. He's showing you why he is such a weapon in this offense.
Makes the grab. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Pulls it. The pitch. Breaks into the open. The 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got him right there.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
To the air, it's Burt. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's where I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Just smothered on the play.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. From the gun, looking for a man. Going to take a shot. He's got it on the left. Oh, he's getting a hit. Touchdown Sooner. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Back to pass, it's Burt. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it along the sideline. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, we're watching a quarterback duel here. Both of these guys are absolutely slinging it every time they're on the field. Now it's this guy's turn, and he's taking advantage of the opportunities. This defense has not had an answer for him. They're not getting enough pressure on him. When he has this kind of time, he is just going to carve you up.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. You got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success on the day. But sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good coverage. I know he's good, but be smart with the football and don't try to force it into closed windows.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Good coverage to knock that pass away.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Touchdown Ducks! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And they did tack on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Taylor wants to throw it. It's dropped after taking the hit. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's changing the play.
Eagle! Move!
Second down, gonna throw it. Timed it perfectly to knock him free and forces the 3rd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's going to fire deep. He's got it down the right side. Running free. He's at the and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And after that last touchdown toss, look out, Baker Mayfield. Record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
And you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns palooza. What a nice day.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go.
Oh, a lot of space. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for a man, it's Burt. Fires complete on the crosser. There he goes. Touchdown, Ducks. Once he got some room, it was over.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Coming out with it, it's fair. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Takes it the other way.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. They'll try to get the two-point conversion here and make it a three-point game. He's looking to throw. Still looking to his right. He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal.
And it works out perfectly. The reason they called that two-point conversion was to get to within 3. This is a game going down to the wire, but you'll love the gutsy call by the offense there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Taylor wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job protecting this quarterback, and his receivers have been winning one-on-one.
Using his legs, it's Blaylock. Runs for the tackle. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
A nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The give. Shakes off the defender. Still on his feet at the 45. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. He scores for the 5th time in this game. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. To the air, it's Burt. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Wants to throw on first. Looking left. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Here comes the heat. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He's got an open man. Turning it on. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Fresh set of downs going to the air. They're all over him. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Looking for room, it's Griffith. Could be an alley. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And I like the alertness by this defense. First and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play for this defense.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he had...
Touchdown, Ducks! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's fair. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a 1-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning him here to save some clock.
Might as well give it to him again. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Changing the routes with his receivers. Taylor wants to throw it. Finds his target. Fights off a defender. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Looks as if he's going to run it. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, It just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant.
And he's got room.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a dozen.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Drops back on 1st down. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that, got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
Quick toss. He breaks a tackle. He just carries it face-long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Taylor wants to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure.
And hang on, they are leaving the offense out there. And look, I understand it doesn't add a possession to the lead with the field goal, but I don't know, it doesn't hurt to tack on some points at this juncture of the game. Needs it here on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Going to the ground. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Throwing right. Pulls it in. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, putting them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Moves the pocket. It's Burton. A shot toward the end zone. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
I can't believe it. He had a chance to just end the game right there. If the defender makes the catch in the end zone, up a possession, this is ball game. But because he put it on the ground, this offense still has life.
Straight ahead, it's Davison. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.